Hi, this is Mrs. Lewis. I'm answering a question that I received from one of you guys about one of the homework problems. This is section B5, number 55. The question asks us to perform the indicated operation. And we have x over x squared plus 5x plus 6 plus x minus 1 over x squared plus 6x plus 8. Okay, I factored the denominators, so I've got x plus 2 times x plus 3, and then over here my denominator is x plus 2 times x plus 4. These factors give me an LCD of x plus 2 times x plus 3 times x plus 4. And the question that I got was, once I have the LCD, how do I apply that to my numerators? So what I need to do is, I'm just going to briefly remind you of the process for adding fractions in general. So let's say if you had a problem, you had to do 2/3 plus 5/7. When you add or subtract fractions, you have to have a common denominator. My common denominator here would be 21, because that's the smallest multiple for 3 and 7. So I put both denominators, I rewrite each fraction with the common denominator of 21. And then for the numerators, I have to get an equivalent fraction. So 2/3 times what fraction would give me something over 21. So to figure this out, what do I multiply my denominator by to make 21? Well, I would have to multiply the denominator by 7, so I also multiply the numerator by 7. And then over here, this denominator would need to be multiplied by 3 to give me a denominator of 21, so I do the same thing to the numerator. This is the same process that I use over here for these problems. So coming over here now, I'm going to make two fractions with the LCD. Now, because mine is so long, sometimes I'll condense this into a single step, but here I'll write it out though. So I'm going to rewrite my first fraction with my LCD, x plus 2 times x plus 3 times x plus 4, plus, and then the second fraction with the LCD, x plus 2 times x plus 3 times x plus 4. Okay, it's the same concept. We get the equivalent fractions for this that has the new LCD. So this denominator needs the x plus 4. So I need to multiply the numerator by the same x plus 4. So you're doing x plus 4 over x plus 4 to get your common denominator. So this numerator will now be this x that's already there times the times that factor of x plus 4. And then in the second fraction, this denominator does not have the x plus 3 factor, so I need to multiply my numerator by x plus 3. So x minus 1 times x plus 3. This gives us the correct fractions that we need. Now we have to combine it into a single fraction and simplify. So writing out, this is all one fraction now. I'll put my LCD in the denominator. And then in the numerators, I can distribute here, so it becomes x squared plus 4x. And here I distribute, and in this case it's going to be foiling, so it becomes plus x squared plus 3x minus 1x, so that's going to be plus 2x. And the last will be minus 3. Okay, rewrite it with the LCD. And in the numerator, we can combine like terms, so we'll have 2x squared plus 6x minus 3. And it's always a good idea to check to see if you could factor your numerator, because if you could factor your numerator, that means that you could reduce your fraction by a factor. For example, no, it means that there's a possibility that you could. For example, if I were to factor my numerator, and let's say I had a factor of x plus 4 to show up, then I could reduce it. So just think about that for a moment before you put in your final answer. In this situation, I don't believe that there's anything that can be done. So our final answer is 2x squared plus 6x minus 3. So I hope you found this video helpful. Feel free to email me with your questions anytime, and I'll be happy to answer them. All right, thank you.